If there's one title that we could give you, is that you try too hard and you're a conditional lover. And that conditional love is never going to work for a creator like you. A conditional lover looks and observes reality. And if reality has results that feel good to them, then they're going to have a good feeling response to the reality. They're going to react. They're going to react to reality. But if reality isn't good, if the people in their reality aren't acting the way they want to, then they're not going to have a good feeling response. And so that good feeling response, that negative emotion, they're going to try to use their effort to overcome it, to change it. So they ask people like, hey, you lover, child, friend, partner, person, you have to do better. Government, you have to do better so that when I look at you, I feel better, because otherwise I can't feel good. And my feeling good is based off of whatever you're doing, your action. So you have to follow my boundaries. And you tell them, you give them a list of things that they have to do, and no one is down to do that, because no one is like your mother. And while she was very well meaning, no one can not be selfish, because no one cares that much about you, because there's no one's job to care about you. It's your job to care about your vibration. That conditional love will never work as a creator, because you are a creator, and your job as a creator is to understand that you're in this world that's governed by law of attraction. And to understand law of attraction is to understand that you're emitting a vibration. That stuff is very elementary, but yet it's so leading edge, because you're offering a vibration, and where you're offering your vibration from is from this now moment. And you can take yourself to any desire that you want. You can truly manifest anything that you want. But how exactly do you do that? Well, first there's a vibration, and then there's a thought, and then there's an emotion. And once that emotion happens, once you feel the emotion about a desire, that manifestation is coming. It comes on the heels of that emotions. But what's so interesting about all this is that we're trying to get you to look for and make your job and make your effort all for a feeling, a state of being, a feeling of clarity, a feeling of satisfaction. We're trying to get you into the emotion. The real prize is the emotion. We're trying to convince you that the emotion is what you're really looking for, and you're over here trying to get to the manifestation. You're looking for the full blown physical manifestation that you can show, and you have your reasons, because you're like, well, it would be nice. Of course, it's nice to have an emotion, but I live in a real world, and there are real world things, and so I have to be able to manifest what I want. And we're like, for sure. And what that translates as is, I'm going to shoot myself in the foot with my vibration. I'm going to not feel good. And am I not feeling good? I'm going to have to use my action, which I don't want to do things that I don't want to do, to have things that I kind of want to. And the things that you always, isn't that interesting? The things that you do that you don't like to do, but that will lead you to what you want to do, the things that you like, the things that come as a result of that, meaning like the money, for example, they're always mediocre compared to what you could have done if you lined your energy up, if you focus on vibration, if you focus on your energy. And we're telling you it's really easy, because once you're feeling good about a desire, once you actually feel like the anticipation and the excitement and the clarity and the fun and the joy about your desire, you just have the emotional manifestation. And the thing about the emotional manifestation is that it's the first sign of your manifestation, yes, but the emotional manifestation is the real manifestation. Because when you're in this for the physical manifestations, then you shoot yourself in the foot, then you offer resistance. Because remember, we're trying to get you to love the emotion, and as you love the emotion, then the physical manifestation has to come. But in all that, we're not saying that the emotional manifestation is the manifestation. That means that the physical manifestation is coming, because then you're not enjoying the emotional manifestation. Because what we're really saying is that when you talk about what you want and why you want it, you're in the momentum of it. You're in the momentum of that desire, and it feels good to you. And that's your real emotion. And that emotion is your real manifestation. You standing where you are, right? Being where you are and feeling good is the manifestation that you're really looking for. And you're like, no, I'm really looking for money. I'm really looking for a new house. I need money. I need a new job. I need this or that. And we're like, yeah, for sure. All that stuff is very valid. But where does all that stuff come from? How are things becoming? How are things evolving? And we're telling you everything is evolving from a vibration into a thought. And there is a perceiver, there's a realizer, and there is exactly that realization, vibrational realization thing that will happen from or in your own vortex, in your own creation. So let's say it better. Let's say that everything that you want is viable and ready for you now, but it's in a vibrational state. And the only way that you can translate it if it's in a vibrational state and not a physical state is by how it feels. So that means that the emotional manifestation is the only manifestation that matters, because once you have the emotional manifestation and you're secure in it and you're finding success in it, then you have the physical manifestation comes. But when the physical manifestation comes, you're kind of like whatever, over it, because you already have the feeling of it. And so when you talk about why you want your desire, right, you actually get into the motion of it. So why do you want the desire? Because it's a reminder of who I am as a creator. It's my reminder. It's a testament to my ability to create. Because when I look at this, I just feel satisfied. Like everything is going right to plan. I did it. Everything is, going exactly in the right direction and everything that I'm doing works, and I just feel so satisfied and ready. You see, that's the feeling. That's that feeling that you feel of satisfaction. That just feeling of that nice, easy, lighthearted, soft feeling. That's the real manifestation that you're really looking for. And that manifestation, that emotion will actually turn into the manifestation that you think you're really looking for, which is the money. But the thing is, when you're really looking for the manifestation and you don't care about the emotion, or you're feeling the emotion and you're like, well, where's the physical manifestation? Because you're very more process oriented, then do you know what happens? You mess up the creation. Because when you mess up the emotion, then you can't have the physical creation. And so you get that feeling though, because more of the time you're in the vortex, you're meditating, you're going to sleep, you're utilizing the sleep, the benefit that sleep truly gives you, which is that your momentum resets because you're not thinking while you're sleeping. So your momentum resets, all of your momentum for the day past resets. So now as you wake up, you're new onto the universe. And so as you wake up, you go on positive rampages, you find things that are easy to feel good about, and you get out ahead of your entire day by quieting your mind for 10 to 15 minutes, by finding that alignment with source, by quieting your mind and hearing your inner being, by going general, by being soft, by soothing yourself. You're controlling the only manifestation that you really have control over, and the only control over the manifestation that you only need to control, which is your emotion. Because we're telling you, you can be an unconditional lover, because no matter where you are, no matter how bad your physical conditions can appear to, meaning you could be sick, meaning you could be broke, meaning this, that, you can change all of it. All that can change on a dime, because you can, even in spite of all the physical conditions, you can still be unconditional. And by unconditional, which mean you can make yourself feel better. Even if you look in your bank account right now and you're experiencing absolute poverty, the thing is, if you want to not live poverty, then you have to look at the poverty, or you have to ignore it. But in case you can't do that, then you have to look at the poverty, and you still have to find a way to feel good. And we're like, you can soothe yourself, you can make yourself feel better, you can go general, you can remind yourself that everything comes in good timing, and that because that's a real manifestation. Because the feeling that the money would give you, because when you're in poverty, the feeling that the money would give you, that you must think that the money that you need it in order to feel free. You can feel just by your deliberate focus, because you can make yourself feel however you want to feel just by your deliberate focus. And the money isn't the biggest thing. How you feel right now is the only manifestation that matters, because where you are right now is the only manifestation that matters. And it's funny, because the manifestation that you think you need in order to feel the feeling is actually the opposite. You actually have to feel a feeling, and then the manifestation comes. So that's the thing, is that the emotion is a real manifestation. And the way that makes a lot of sense is that, well, or let's say it better, what we mean by that is, when you talk about why you want it, and you're like, okay, like, it just feels good to me because it's fun, because it feels easy. And as you feel yourself click into that desire, click into the vortex, into that place of feeling good, of that feeling of flow, as you click into that good vortex feeling, you're more with source, because you're one with source now, so you're more than the human self. That's the real manifestation that you're looking for. Because now when you're not looking, then the physical manifestation, it comes to you really fast. Because you know what happens? You can't, let's do an example. So when you talk about what you want, why you want it, why do you want the money? Why do you want the fame? Why do you want the fortune? Why do you want the books? Why do you want the empires? Why do you want all that stuff? Because it will just feel good in having it. And we're like, good, that's a really good answer, because that's momentum. When you say, I know I want it, but now you're killing the momentum, because it's a game of momentum. Law of attraction is a subject all about momentum. And you know what law of attraction does? Law of attraction makes your thoughts bigger and bigger and bigger until there's manifestation, until you see physical proof. Because that's what law of attraction does. Law of attraction causes these vibrations to literally turn into physical manifestations. That's how everyone is doing it. Everyone is utilizing the law of attraction, whether they know it or not. And some people, they don't need to know, because they're naturally so good at it, because they just care about how they feel. They're daydreamers. And that's it. And now you know how to do that, because the real manifestation is the emotion. And as you talk about why you want it, then you get into that emotional manifestation, and then the details have to fill in. But this is the thing. If the details are not filling in any case, if what you want isn't coming to you, it's because there's only one reason why, because you're talking about the absence of it more than you're talking about the presence of it. Instead of the emotional presence of it, instead of feeling good about your desire, instead of being general and talking about the emotions of it, and just talking about the emotions of it, meaning it feels good, it feels fun, it feels easy, it feels like ease, it feels like flow, it feels like security, it feels like freedom, it feels like fun, it feels like adventure, it calls me, this is me, this is who I am, I love it, this is all that I'm about. This is exactly why I came onto this planet for this feeling right here. As you're feeling like that, the details have to fill in. But if the details are not filling in, it's because and this is where things are interesting, because you're enjoying the emotion. You're like, okay, like, it feels good, it feels fun. Where's the physical manifestation now? Then you take score, and as you take score of reality, you're like, where is it? I don't see it. Then I'm not gonna do this process again. I'm not gonna talk about what I want. I don't care about how I feel anymore, because I don't see the manifestation. And then it's not that you're doing anything wrong, because you can't get it wrong. Because even if what you want doesn't come out of your vortex today, at least you created more, you put more into your vortex as a result of living the contrast of it, because that's what contrast is. But you can create a really big vortex, and some of you will have to wait until your next lifetime to enjoy certain things, because emotional manifestation just isn't enough, because that's all you can have right now. You know, if you're in poverty right now, and when you look in your bank account, you feel absolute fear, then the only thing that you can really strive for right now is happy heart. And as you strive for a happy heart, that's what makes the difference between experiencing the millions sooner than later. The only manifestation that you have control over is the emotion. Once you have control over the emotion, and the reason why we say it like that is because when you understand that the emotion is in itself the real manifestation, because as you feel the emotion, that's what you want. An improved emotion, an improved state of being is exactly what you want, because when the money comes, it'll only be nice for a second, and then you're gonna want more. So the real fun is actually along the way. The real fun is standing exactly where you are and knowing that you want something, and knowing that you don't believe in it, and then working the kinks out, making yourself feel better about it, because the details will fill in, especially when you're talking about why you want it. Because when you're doing the exercise, you're activating the vibration, you're matching what's in your vortex. And when law of attraction shines its light on you, it's really fast. Divine timing is all about your ability to be ready right now. And your ability to be ready right now, it comes down to, are you satisfied? Are you soothing yourself? Are you happy in the absence? Are you hopeful in the absence? Or are you fearful? How do you feel about your desire right now? Because how you feel about your desire is the only sign that you need, because you think signs from the universe or signs from other people, you think that's what you're waiting for, but everything is meant for you, because you're the one who put it in the vortex. And you can use your emotions as your sign. The biggest sign of all is how you feel, and the biggest sign of all that your manifestation is going to be something that you're experiencing soon is how you feel. But the thing is, if you feel good about your desire, if you're thinking about your desire and you're spending it right now and you're enjoying it, and you're like, ooh, like it feels, my body looks really good, like my phone feels so good in my hand, if those thoughts are what you're having, then you have already lived it. You have already lived the vibrational version of your desire. You've already lived your desire. You've already lived the feeling in a very, very, very general vibrational sense. You've already lived your desire, and now the moreness will, start to stack up. It will start to develop more. It'll start to fill in more until there's a full manifestation. But the whole time you were like, I was already enjoying this. So the whole time, I'm not even surprised that this is here, because I've been thinking about this. I've been enjoying this in my mind, and that's kind of what we're saying. We're saying that the emotional manifestation is the real manifestation, and we could talk forever about that. But I think for now, one thing we'll leave you with is understanding, or it's playing that game. Play that game of why you want it, and just hold to the emotion. When you find the emotion, you found the channel, you found your desire, and let that emotion be what you're looking for, and enjoy the emotion. And some of that dialogue could sound like, oh, like, yeah, like, the money, that the millions, like, yeah, I experienced the feeling of millions. It feels so good. It feels like clarity. It feels like fun. It felt like adventure. It felt like freedom. I feel like being a kid again, and just do whatever I want. That's sort of the conversation that you're gonna have, because what we're not saying is, okay, like, I have emotional manifestation, so where's the physical manifestation? We're saying that the emotional manifestation is what you're really looking for, and when it's really what you're looking for and you're enjoying it, then the physical manifestation has to come so fast, and the speed at which it comes, it will shock everyone else, but it won't shock you, because you're a creator and you know exactly how you did it.